how are ya? Got a bit of a bone to pick with a lot of drummers these days. Is they always say, oh yeah, let's stay on time and let's use a click and all that. But as soon as the click goes off, they just lose their tempo. Like, what are you, 4 years old? You don't know how to just go. I see how I kept in time there that whole time. And you get so many drummers that just, they say, oh yeah, I'm the next John Bonham. No, you're the next John Bottom, because you're bottom of my fucking league. Because you don't know how to play the fucking drums from the start. You can't keep a basic beat. That's the most simple class of drumming you could get. You don't need to do this bloody. It's just, I don't understand that drummers these days try to do that shit. But yeah, beggars can't be choosers, I guess.
And facing the possibility of this band breaking up, I don't know where to go from here. I'm not going back to hospitality. I'm not working at fucking Derringer's. I don't know what to do. But the last year's been really good. I'm excited for where we're going to go from here.
I just see the band skyrocketing in like so many different ways. Like, you know, we're still waiting on a phone call to come play Wembley Stadium and stuff, but like, you know, I feel like that's coming in the future. I see us skyrocketing, and I see us doing bigger shows and, like, you know, overpriced merchandise and stuff so we can make some more money, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's okay to extort what we're worth and make some more money. That's how we get the band up, you know what I mean?
That's a good question. I don't really know, really, but I'd like to say that we'd get some merchandise and we would charge people a fuck ton for vinyl, even though no one listens to music on vinyl anymore, but we're going to use it as nostalgia and sell it for probably $60 a vinyl, because that's just what we do to try and get successful. Because, you know, because of Spotify, every stream's only 3 cents. So even if we get like 50,000 listeners, we only get like probably 50 quid, something like that. So like, you can't even get yourself a case of beers for that. But that's a story for another time. But I hope the band can actually make more than $50 after, with 50,000 listeners someday. But you guys using this at all?
I'd like to go back to Melbourne.
Where do I see the band going? Yeah, I don't really know.
It's a bit of a stupid question to ask, but it's alright, I'll answer it anyways. Well, I was born at a very young age, and ever since I was in my dad's ballsack, I was just hitting the skins. I was just like, oh, and then after that, pretty much came out into this lovely world we call Earth, and became the best fucking drummer known to humankind. And that's, yeah, and plus in high school, everyone was just like, oh, I want to play guitar to play with all the chicks and stuff. But that was like, bro, drums, you just gotta hit them hard, hit the skins hard, like, none of this little twiggy little guitar stuff, you know. It's just drums are life. I couldn't agree more to that.
You know, just life, man. You know, sometimes you go to parties and you see a guitar sitting in the corner and you want to pick it up and start playing it, but then people don't actually know how to play it. So I feel like being a crowd pleaser, playing the guitar, got me into where I am today, because I just love the attention from people, and I love showing my creativity and showing the way I can play, especially to the females. Like, you know, just it's just, yeah.
So why'd you choose bass then?
I chose the bass because it's so abstract, it's so different. I started on guitar, but then I picked up the bass guitar, and I knew there was not a lot of people that were playing it. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna show that bass is better than guitar. Like, yeah, guitar, yeah, woo, guitar, but when you're on the bass, you gotta keep it low. You gotta keep it on time.
Do you feel as though your present published works have done that?
Yeah.
What got me into music? I don't know, like, you know, who doesn't want to play music, right? And obviously I'm no bassist, I'm no drummer, I'm like not good enough, right? So I just decided, like, I'll just go for, like, I don't know if anyone would say this, a twiggy sort of guitar stuff. Yeah, like, I don't know, I can't bang skins. I'm not abstract enough to be a bassist. I feel that's an appropriate way to describe the bass, I think. Abstract.
Yeah, so my biggest inspiration is me. I feel like I inspire myself to do so much, and I also inspire myself to push beyond the boundaries, to make good music, and, you know, just have a presence in which, you know, I feel like I'm the best in the room and the best on stage. And yeah, I just, my biggest inspiration is me.
Biggest inspiration. Tell you what, I have to say John Lennon will have to be my favourite. Only because, you know, imagine if John Lennon wasn't around. You know, you just, like, yeah, what a gift to the world that he had. He created so much to us. And of course, Pikey. I have there's a big feeling I get when I hear his music. He comes up with all these ideas and stuff for the band, and I think, how did he come up with that? That's not humanically possible for him to come up with something so American and amazing. You know, we don't really get that much here these days, which is, you know, it's a gift that we have, and I'm so lucky we have him in the band.
I have to say my biggest inspiration is probably SpongeBob SquarePants, when he pulled out the peanut guitar and had the wizard hat, and he just shredded all over the place, and, like, he destroyed Plankton's evil plot to take control of Bikini Bottom and make everybody into his slaves through the use of chum bucket hats. When he pressed a button, they all just clamped down, antenna came out, and he just, like, had control of them. And then SpongeBob came in with King Neptune's crown, shot out of the chest of David Hasselhoff, and saved the day. And then he didn't. And then a righteous guitar solo that really just locked in his legacy forever. And I just want to do something like that, you know, have a peanut guitar and wear a wizard outfit and float up on the stage and shred and destroy a bunch of metal buckets. Aside from that, I'd have to say Pikey. The abstract qualities of the way that he plays his instrument is just surprising. It's as if the concept of bass and what a bass guitar just doesn't apply to him, and he, you know, shirks responsibility, but in such a way that's impressive.
My biggest inspiration, at the moment, a bass player. I think he's showing me what I know that I can be. He's pushing the limits. I think he's really he's redefining what good music means.
Now that's a good question. I've always thought about a little bit of Germany, little bits and pieces here and there, because, you know, everyone loves a bit of Europe. You know, we all have a bit of a soft spot for Europe. But I have to admit, I would love to play a gig in Madagascar, because I don't know if you guys are the same as me, but I like to move it, and I want to see people move it, and create the biggest fucking mosh pit in Madagascar, because that's where the party's at. But yeah.
A little bit northwest of here, there's like a patch of dirt, and there's a little bit of grass growing on it. I'd have to say that patch of dirt.
I think doing a English tour could be pretty cool because there's so many countries close by. I think you could just hop across to Europe, and then you play in France, you play in Germany, you play in the Netherlands, you play in.
Yeah, you know, like any place really. Like, yeah, Australia's home, and you know I don't really want to leave Australia. But if we got to tour, I mean, wouldn't mind doing a regional tour of like America. Like, you know, Utah's pretty regional, and San Jose is pretty regional. You know, I just want to do a regional tour of USA. I don't want to hit those major cities like, you know, Detroit. I reckon that'd be pretty good. You know, Los Angeles, that's pretty regional, and like, you know, just something like that. Maybe even cross the border to Canada and play there, but imagine it'd be pretty cold. So I don't know. Maybe just a regional American tour. Yeah.